Morning. 7th of April 2022. I am the soul pool, you are the soul pool, we are the soul pool, together as a collective, and without you this doesn't work. So Astro DJ's giving me the song You're So Vain. But it's not about the vanity of looks. It's about the vanity of believing that you're right. You know everything. And they've taught me a massive lesson with this, because I was a skeptic, basically. I've been brought up in a very superstitious home, so I rebelled against it, even though unexplained things often happened. And I tried to prove that I was right, and it wasn't possible to speak to spirit for other things to be in the universe that we didn't understand. And every time I tried to prove my point, they showed me more and more. Till in the end, it would have been insane not to realise. And I know for a fact a lot of people who were frightened of the gift and unable to control the gift because they don't accept it and learn how to stop it if they don't want to use it, do think they're insane. And often they go to an unenlightened doctor or therapist who really they're out to make money, so they're gonna treat you if you ask them to. Will agree with them, and they end up on tablets and really just sedated for the rest of their lives. So it's about that kind of vanity. Your opinion is more valid than someone else's, and in most cases reality. There's your truth, their truth, and somewhere in the middle is the whole truth. There is good and bad in all people. It's about finding the balance. So, last pile. Why is that? What is it they don't want us to know? So, and that's the thing, they spend years convincing you that it's what they say is true, and then withhold what is true from you. So there it is. We're on the right path. We've got to let go of control issues and just take back control of our lives. Because at some point here there is illness, medical matters, hospital doors. Someone maybe who's worked themselves into the ground. So they're working to live, they're living to work, sorry, I always get that wrong way around. Living to work instead of working to live. They're not putting anything above material matters. Material matters is all that matters. Virgo energy, those born on the 9th or the 27th, living all past, if your diary and address. massively important in a negative way. It's materialism. There's two people born 1970 and 1965, plus or minus 12, February to February, involved somewhere. Secrets are coming out. Secrets that somebody took a lot of time to keep. The truth must be spoken. And only positivity must be taken into your aura or your shell, your body, and come out of your mouth as in written words or spoken. See, somebody coming back from the gates of hell. I was born on the 2nd or the 29th, living or past, date for your diary and address. The psychic, the tarot reader, and the medium, so that fits with our story, doesn't it? It's somebody realising that whatever it is they've been put through, they don't have to suffer anymore. They're allowed to free themselves. The letters B and J are connected to spirit. A spirit may want to be free. If you're keeping them in a urn on top of the mantelpiece or behind the sofa, that's not good. They do, however, like to be made into things, created into something new. That sets them free. But above all, you have to release your control, your hold on people. If you're holding on to spirit through grief, that's not helping them. That's not even helping you. And spirit don't like it. So it's a tarot reader, the psychic, the medium. It's connected to October the 11th, but it may be a different date where you are. The carnival time, the carnival people, the travellers, the Romanists. Something was not built on firm foundations. Lack of teamwork, and it won't pay off. It's a failed business team. Lack of security. But there is something new that will. So an opportunity is coming to change your job, maybe. To change your situation in some way. You need to grab it with both hands. It will pay off within a year. We've got 2 3s already in what is essentially the main read. So a third party is probable. Third party can be money coming between you and someone else, other people, children, in-laws, etc., work colleagues, or health, which is that minor surgery, heart problems maybe. It's about heartache, sorrow, loss and separation. And your wishes and dreams can't come true until you face the issues of the past, until you lay to rest your ghosts. Or, if you're an empath, embrace your gift. It will cause chaos. It will turn your life upside down. It did mine. But until you face it, there's no hope, healing or freedom. Aquarius energy, negative. So Aquarius and Virgo are negative. 17, which is the day after the full moon, will be a hard day. Somebody wants to retreat. Somebody doesn't want to face the external public life. For some, it's coming out of the lockdown is their nightmare, because they've become accustomed to staying in, believing the propaganda that they're told on the news or whatever, and end up a prisoner, not living life. Possibly thinking they are because they're still going to work, but not socialising anymore, not seeing people anymore. And it can drive you insane. So it may be a mental issue more than a physical issue. If you're invited out or given an invitation to go somewhere, you must grab it. Stop dimming your light. It's about freedom. It's like that one friend you've got that when they visit, they're like a whirlwind, and you end up doing all sorts of things that you never planned on doing. And when they're gone, you're quite relieved, but yet sad, because you know that they're living to the max. The balance is found when you don't do that every day, but at least you know how to do that. Somebody's going to have to defend their decisions, why they are wanting to control things and it be their way. Stand up for yourself and don't let people walk all over you. And there we have it, the enemy. A woman scorned, perhaps. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, probably Aquarius, which is that. So it'll be something in the astrology, I reckon, unless you know somebody who's an Aquarius. It could be a widow, could be a divorcee, and that's why they're chucking themselves into work. Somebody's detached and severed ties, but it's heartbreaking. Perhaps it is spirit. Perhaps you've lost someone and you're talking to spirit and really not living your life because you're spending all your time with spirit. Travel is indicated, and again Cancer, 7 or 25, so it's in its own read. It's taking back control of your life. Stop existing and start living. Again, enemies will be overcome, but that enemy may well be yourself or this third party. Yep, somebody who acted in haste, without thinking, unfinished business, fire sign energy. Oh, we've got them all here. Love is leaving the building because of this third party. We've got knights of all signs apart from the pentacles, apart from the money. This isn't, it may be about career, but it's not about money. Yeah, it's about bringing balance back into your life. Overcoming the addictions of work, alcohol, shopping, drugs, gambling, whatever it is. And coming out stronger on the other side. It might even be an addiction to a way of life, like I said. We've got used to doing a certain thing and refuse to see that there might be another way. The 14, Sagittarius energy. It's lessons learned. And a bond is broken. So someone here is separating, either for medical issues, because of another person, or because they work too much. Because we're all different people, there's all different scenarios. But something is coming between you and what you really want. And you're trying to control it so it goes your way. That's the ego talking, that's the vanity talking. You cannot control other people, you can only control yourself. And if you're not willing to accept something, then you have to sever ties. Simple as that. But you can't go blaming other people because it didn't work out your way. There's fear here, a lot of fear. 22nd. Putting off till tomorrow what should be done today. And it's about your happiness. It's about the home and family life and being at a crossroads. Taking the same path you've always took and getting the same result and wondering why. Something has to end. There's been a betrayal or a passing. It's an end to misery and pain. Justice needs to be served. Libra Energy. I was born on the 11th, living no past, date for your diary and address. Massively important. The lines in the marital home. There is possibly colon or prostate problems. Or someone passed that way. There's a new bond. So for some of you who were widows or widowers, someone new has entered your life. And yet you're still haunted by the love of your life. And wonder what they might think if you pair up with somebody else. And the feelings of unfaithfulness, even though it's not true, could still be there. But if that's the case, then Spirit are giving you the blessing to move on. You have to speak your truth. You have to express it. There's nothing wrong with truth. But from a lot of you, we've got all the threes. So it's a third party. It's you allowing something to stop you being happy. You allowing something or someone to block your path, to take control. So you're living someone else's life instead of your own. Which in Spirit's eyes is a waste. Pointless. You're stopping karma from being given. You're stopping destiny from taking place. And that means you'll have to repeat it over and over in other lives until you get it right. Because you haven't learned the lessons. Gemini energy, the lovers, toxic 15. Overthinking, analysis, paralysis. So, you have to make the right choice for you. No one is free. Even the birds are chained to the sky. Then Bob and Dylan could be important. Communication is the key. Speak to Spirit if that's what you want to do. There's nothing wrong with that. You're not doolally. Be versatile and quick. You must also be mindful because people are gossiping. Gemini is a charming sign full of whimsy and fun and is ruled by the planet Mercury. Named after the Roman god of wit and winged thought, Geminis are chatty and their minds are like quicksilver. Geminis prefer to do things fast, not because they're boisterous but because they become bored and anything tedious and not immediately fun. Words are everything to Geminis. They adore books but hardly ever read them entirely. What is most important to a Gemini is the exchange of ideas and communication. And this would be a pure Gemini, not somebody that's other signs take over. So mostly Gemini in your chart. However, they like to discuss ideas but tend to be poor listeners. Geminis are fascinated by their own thoughts rather than that ideas of others. What did I say at the beginning? It's vanity of thought. So believing that the only way to think is your way. We're all different human beings and everybody thinks differently. As Geminis are curious about everything, they tend to be experts on a number of different topics. So jack of all, master of none. They also love stories and gossip, and those intelligent minds should always be fed, whether with gossipy tales or the most erudite of philosophical pursuit. They like both. They usually have a small computer on the person to access social media and play games. His twin sign is one of the smartest in the entire zodiac. However, Geminis tend to be insecure in their views, so change their opinions often. Geminis are not very patient, thus may not enjoy school that much. Yet they thrive when studying something they're truly interested in. Geminis have a fickle and dual nature. They change their minds on a whim. What is true of them today may not be true tomorrow. They get distracted, so they're not two-faced. It's just when they wake up the next day they've forgotten what yesterday was all about. They can be highly strung and nervous. A more appropriate word is flighty, so attention disorders can crop up. A dual sign, many Geminis are left-handed or ambidextrous. Geminis are extremely deft in making things with their hands. Gemini is the sign of the brain. They are always inventing, and always the eyes and the nervous system. Geminis have clear, bright eyes that dart around, and they have broad foreheads. They are forever youthful, and they are all air. Geminis are lighter on the feet. They do have passion, but sometimes they can't find it. Even so, this is the most charming sign, and Geminis have many friends and easily attract romantic partners who share their sense of fun. When this card comes up, you may be the object of discussion, or you may have to talk your way out of a sticky situation. Since communication is the key with Gemini, you may find yourself involved with a new form of technology that helps spread your ideas to a wider audience. Such technology would include cameras, computers, tablets, and the next invention to come along. Writing may also figure in, such as creating a blog, writing books, or just being involved with books and publishing. You may find yourself either to be skilled diplomat or asked to teach and give a speech. At the current time, you may find yourself to be highly strung, nervous, or excitable, as is the nature of Gemini, but still able to figure it all out with a probing mind. It may feel as if you're riding a high wind with lofty energy. Multitasking will be required of you. Gemini is also the sign of the soulmate, corresponding to Lover's card. I would say the Gemini card is the twin flame, not the soulmate. So this card can indicate an important romantic relationship has started or will figure in shortly. But the bottom line with Gemini card is this. Words are massively important, like the High Priestess said. Where is she? So use them wisely. Words will be imperative regarding the outcome of this. The mind, the brain, being of two minds, fluency, deafness, being clever while a little superficial, double talk, talking too much and not listening, giving out too much information, publishing, left-handedness, the hands, the fingers, the spinal cord, siblings, immediate neighbours, youth, twins, puzzles, games, learning and quick learning, school and involvement in education, mastering a new technology, computers, nervous conditions, being too highly strung to take any real lead, abandoning projects just before they're finished, leaving many things undone, restlessness and indecision, retail business and selling things, flea markets, used items, flirtation, friends as lovers and lovers as friends. Pay attention, mindfulness, talking, writing, explanation and versatility. 6 and 24, massively important. Ancient knowledge. Something you've forgotten about, and they keep talking about it, don't they? It could be something that you started 10 years ago. Something is being resurrected. Ancient knowledge. It may be from past lives. Deep within each of us is a sacred place where most ancient knowledge is kept. So in your DNA, really. And these are secrets the High Priestess has of the past, which are visiting, silently await a rebirth, to eagerly send forth knowledge which has been forgotten. Something's coming out. The ancient knowledge of many lifetimes lays dormant within the deepest recesses of our past and present memories. We leave such wisdom untapped for fear of what the responsibility will be. So how it's going to affect our lives, to ourselves and others. We need to allow ourselves to trust our wisdom and cease searching for evidence to back up our thoughts and feelings. So you don't need to know the facts, go with your gut. It's easier to look to others for answers than trust ourselves. So live someone else's life rather than try living our own. We each possess knowledge that is unique, as no one else can walk in your shoes and know your stories. Everything we need to know can be found within. It's time to find trust in yourself and your own wisdom. It won't be long now. Your wisdom was never lost, just buried under piles of self-doubt. Your self-trust will soon rebirth, and you will remember what it's like to have the courage to stand in your own power and make your own decisions and be free. Then your wishes and dreams can come true. So let's see what the dice say. Oh, Leo, third house, Mars. Damn it. So there's going to be some control issues for definite. The heart and back is massively important with Leo, Mars. Was, because a lot of leaders have got Leo in the chart, dramatically assertive, self-confident, creative, lusty, proud, quick-tempered and arrogant. Mars in Leo wants to be top of the heap and is attracted to power. What I say, control issues. You're so vain, you cannot see other people's side of an argument. Third house. It is Gemini. Communication. Hands, arms, shoulders, schools, the colour yellow, siblings, short journeys, learning, immediate environment, the neighbourhood, and your manner of speech. So watch how you speak to people. Your opinion is not the only opinion, and you're not always right. Stop trying to control others. You don't hold that right either. Live and let live. Massively important message today. Thanks for listening. Bye.